O'Reilly the unenviable task of facing Kevin Steen.
The next Ring of Honor World Champion!
Steen introduced O'Reilly's leg to the steel ring post. Just look at the powerbomb on the apron. Up on the shoulders.
Le F5.
1, 2, 3. That tennis racket now being used as a weapon. Oh! Davey's down to send Steen and Jacobs away. This is the chaos that Steen has created.
Steen, this hunt is coming straight for you. This is Ring of Honor.
From the Duburn's Arena on the shores of the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland, we welcome you to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Kelly, joined as always by former ROH World Champion Nigel McGuinness. You just saw the kind of havoc that only Kevin Steen can inflict on Ring of Honor.
And now this week, Davey Richards has to face the man-beast, Rhino, in our main event.
But we kick things off this week with a physical team who were inspired by the Briscoes, among others, making their Ring of Honor debut against Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, wrestling's greatest tag team. Let's go to Bobby Cruz.
This tag team match is set for one fall. Team number one at a combined weight of 535 pounds. Body Snatcher and Black Ice. They are D-Line.
They represent their foundation, the Reclaim Foundation. The mission to give underprivileged youth an opportunity to get out of the neighborhoods and show them another way of life and teach them that they should never give up on their dreams. But you know what, Nigel? A lot of folks might say they're dreaming if they think they can beat wrestling's greatest tag team.
And I might concur. Here's a team who doesn't care about community at all. They only care about themselves, Kevin.
Their opponents at a combined weight of 497 pounds, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, wrestling's greatest tag team.
It's Border Wars weekend. Haas and Benjamin, the Briscoes. What else can we say about it? But we know that here, right now, at the Duburn's Arena, this arena has come alive. And let's go to the tail of the tape, where you can see, boy, the size advantage goes to D-Line, but the experience edge to wrestling's greatest tag team. If Haas and Benjamin can wrestle their match, they could take the measure of D-Line. But can this team of upstarts pull the upset? Will there be an adherence to the Code of Honor?
Not by the looks of that. I don't know.
Well, D-Line certainly adheres to the Code of Honor.
Now, which one's which? Which one's Body Snatcher? Which one's Black Ice?
Body Snatcher is the bigger of the two.
Okay.
So it's going to be Black Ice who start things off. He went to Chantilly High School in Virginia. And boy, he was a running back and a well-regarded one. Set state records, recruited by just about every major college that there was. And he starts off with Shelton Benjamin, whose amateur background, unparalleled here in Ring of Honor. And there's a lot of kids here in attendance this week from their Reclaim Foundation.
Take a look in the crowd. Every one of those red T-shirts is someone who's come specifically to see D-Line. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Reclaim Foundation is backed by a former Washington redneck great, Charles Mann.
That's Redskins, American football.
Sorry, I thought that was one of the Briscoes.
Shoulder tackle there. Shelton Benjamin never played football in high school, says he hates the sport. I can imagine what he thinks of D-Line. Charlie trying to come in.
Watch out, Black Ice.
Black Ice is going to get greeted by a right hand by Shelton Benjamin. And if the goal of wrestling's greatest tag team was to make short work of D-Line, Black Ice and Body Snatcher are going to have none of it. Following in hard, Charlie pulling Shelton out of the way just the nick of time. Wait a minute, though. Charlie knocked the leg out from underneath the black ice, and Shelton able to capitalize.
What a great tag team combination there. That's what makes a world-class tag team. They know where each other are in the ring, and they know how to cut the ring off. And that's what they're going to do. Listen to these people, Kevin. Everyone starting to stand up, get behind D-line.
Charlie Haas with the boot up high on the top rope, and Black Ice face runs straight into it. The work of the Reclaim Foundation has gotten a lot of praise and accolades all throughout the United States, not just here in the Mid-Atlantic region. And Ring of Honor supports the Reclaim Foundation and other groups like Autism Speaks and many others, as Charlie Haas rudely introducing his right boot to the face and jawline of Black Ice.
Well, we haven't seen anything of Body Snatcher yet, but just look at the size of him. What is he, 6'6", 6'7" over there in the corner?
At least.
I'm excited to see what he can do if he gets in the ring.
Butterfly suplex here from the Seton Hall graduate. Cover 2.
Charlie has his way, he won't get in the ring.
Perhaps that's the strategy of Hassan Benjamin. Border Wars weekend, fans, if you don't have plans to see the event live, don't get to see it live, it is available on replay. Go to ROHWrestling.com for all the information on how you can see this huge event. Benjamin pounding away on Black Ice in the corner.
They've got him in the neutral corner there. They almost need to take him over to their own corner. Get him out of danger's way. Oh!
Right hand by Black Ice, doubles up, make it 3. He needs to make a tag to his big, fresh partner on the apron. Back again to the leg. Outside leg hook 2.
Just the 2, and we've seen him work on the leg before to set up that Haas of Pain finishing submission by Charlie Haas.
Later on in the hour, a trios match featuring athletes from the Chikara promotion making their Ring of Honor television debut. Plus our main event, Davey Richards, one-on-one against the Man-Beast Rhino. We thank you for tuning in to this all-important hour of Ring of Honor Wrestling.
Here we are. He's got to get a tag here soon. Body Snatcher. Where do you think he got a name like that from?
Not sure what line of work he was in before getting into pro wrestling. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Shelton Benjamin just gets knocked down.
There you go! Come on, Black Ice, get over there!
Now's the time to make the tag.
The whole of the Reclaim Foundation here coming up. He's close, there's the tag!
Oh, and here we go. The big man is in.
Right hands for Haas.
Charlie Haas sent to the ropes. Clothesline from Body Snatcher. D-line is cooking here at the Dewburns.
Oh, yeah! Big delayed verdict. Oh!
Oh!
And a boot for his troubles.
You got to follow up. Highly recruited defensive lineman. Downset height. Charge in the corner. Elbow drop square to the chest. Will this do it? 2. No. Broken up.
That's a near call against the former tag team champions there.
This is not what wrestling's greatest tag team had in mind. D-line fight for all they can. Watch out now. Shelton sends Black Ice out. Uh-oh. Body Snatcher. Chokeslam time. Heavy elbow from Haas. Headbutt. Back
there he
again.
Goes. Oh!
Super kick right to the back of the leg. Chop the blocks out. From D-line. From Body Snatcher.
I mentioned it before, Kevin. We're going to see it.
The Haas of Pain.
It's in nice and deep. Black Ice,
and
no.
he taps.
Too late.
Body Snatcher, no choice but to tap to the Haas of Pain. No shame in tapping to a move that has claimed legions. Wrestling's greatest tag team kicking off this hour with a win.
By submission, Wrestling's greatest Tag Team.
So wrestling's greatest tag team starting things off with a very, very aggressive win. We welcome you once again to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness. And boy, Haas and Benjamin get the win. But our main event tonight, Davey Richards one-on-one against the man-beast Rhino.
Absolutely. But up next, get ready for the Chikara experience. Don't go anywhere.
We're back on Ring of Honor Wrestling. And we are getting ready for a special trios match featuring the stars of the Chikara promotion. And we're joined on color commentary by Ultramantis Black. Welcome to you, sir.
Well, that's the great and devious Ultramantis Black to you, Mr. Kevin Kelly. It is a pleasure to be here with you at the ringside position, and it is an absolute privilege to be able to introduce to both you and the Ring of Honor fans the delicious and delectable world of Chikara Pro Wrestling, the most interesting and exciting wrestling on the planet today.
Let me stop you there, Black. Let's go to Roberto Cruz, spelt C-R-U-Z, for the introductions.
This is a Chikara Pro Wrestling Trios match. Except for one fall. Team number one, the team of El Hijo del Ice Cream Jr., the Ice Creams, and their partner, Ophidian.
Fans, if you've never seen Chikara before, it is a unique set of athletes. This is going to be a high-octane matchup. The Colony has arrived.
The Fire Ant, Soldier Ant, and Green Ant, the Colony.
So the Colony takes on Ophidian and Los Ice Creams, a trios match. You'll see Lucha Libre influence heavily, not just in the masks, which are very symbolic, but Ultramantis Black, it's going to dictate the pace of this match as well.
Absolutely. We go by Lucha Libre rules in Chikara Pro. You're going to see a lot of different things here, a lot of colorful characters, colorful masks, costumes, and whatnot, but absolutely will dictate the pace of this match. Fast-paced, that is.
Well, explain to the people at home, what is the difference between Chikara Pro and other forms of professional wrestling?
Well, as I said, Chikara Pro is influenced by Lucha Libre heavily. We play by Lucha Libre rules. One of those things you will see are the Lucha Tag rules, for instance. In this matchup, in addition to being able to touch your tag team partner's hand to get into the ring, you can also make a tag legally by falling to the floor. Once your feet hit that floor, you are legally tagged into the match.
All right, folks, so strap yourselves in because we are fixing to rock and roll here. And which ant is this? There's so many.
Now, this is Soldier Ant. You can tell that by the salutes that he undoubtedly, right there, a salute for Hijo del Ice Cream.
And so there we go, he's falling to the outside. That counts as a tag. In comes Green Ant.
All right, so Green Ant is in.
That's right, you hit the floor, so the partner of your choosing may enter the ring at any time. Absolutely legal. And right now, the Ice Creams in full control here, a little double team action.
And referee Bryce Remsburg, who is a Chikara Pro referee, in here too.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
You know, just when I thought I've seen it all in Chikara, I've been here since day one. Chikara is celebrating its 10-year. Its 10-year anniversario this May. And whenever I think I've seen it all, I see something like that. It takes me by surprise. It shocks and or awes me.
It's exciting. It's a new form of professional wrestling, and that's what Ring of Honor is all about. Giving anybody, anywhere in the world, the chance to perform.
Ophidian now in. Green Ant. Full slam.
And Ophidian, that man-cobra hybrid, if you will.
Wait a minute. Ice Cream Jr. comes in. Is that a cone or a dunce cap?
No. That's a cone. That's a pretzel cone, I do believe.
Ooh.
And Mr. Kevin Kelly, knowing that you are a connoisseur of all things frozen and delectable, thought you would know that.
My goodness. Cover 2.
Just a 2 count. And I wouldn't know how to approach a match like this because the second the guy rolls out, somebody else is in.
Oh, it's non-stop. It's fast and furious. Not a second of lost time there in the ring.
Fans certainly get their money's worth in a match like this.
Uh-oh.
Well, Chikara has quite a fan base of its own. In fact, we actually affectionately refer to our fans as the Chikarmy.
I love that name.
We have members of the Chikarmy around the globe.
So heavily influenced by Lucha Libre, which of course is born in Mexico.
Indeed.
And now Ice Cream Jr. Wait a minute, look out. Soldier Ant now. Can he turn things around?
Whoa!
Oh, my!
Arriba.
And of course, part of that fine Mexican Lucha Libre tradition is the mask. So you'll see a lot of masks in Chikara Pro rings.
Stomped on the hand of Hio de Ice Cream. And that young man, I think, is very upset right now.
Oh,
watch out.
Going for the Antipult. Oh, broken up by Ophidian.
So the Antipult.
The Antipult, the Colony is perhaps the most accomplished trios team in all of Chikara Pro. They were the 2011 King of Trios champions.
And now,
there we go. Nice combination. Wow.
First time Ophidian's teamed up with Lost Ice Cream, so perhaps some miscommunications here.
Fire Ant's in, blasting Ophidian. Can he follow up? Oh, yes he can.
You got to keep him in the ring. Oh, there you go.
Once he hits the floor, now the partner is legal. But Fire Ant continuing the attack. Look
wow.
at the agility and athleticism. These guys aren't the biggest dogs in a fight, but brother, they can go.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, look at them go.
Tornado DDT.
Watch out, legal.
Woo.
Soldier Ant comes flying in.
With the saluting headbutt from the Soldier Ant.
Here's a cover. Watch out from behind. Oh, 1, 2.
Never a dull moment, never a pause in the action here with Chikara.
Certainly not. Things keep moving.
There goes Hio del Ice Cream. He's sent out.
How does Remsburg keep control here?
Well, senior official Bryce Remsburg from Chikara Pro. And right now, it looks like the Colony going for that Antipult again.
Oh! The Antipult scores, but Ophidian topside. Green Ant sends Ophidian across. What's he got here? Ultramantis
Look
block.
at that.
Yeah, that's the Ophidian death grip, Nigel.
Ophidian death grip. Oh, roaring forearm.
Oh, they might be going for the anthill. This is the big finisher.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the crowd on their feet. The 3 count is told. And Chikara Pro makes a statement here on Ring of Honor Wrestling.
That's Chikara.
Winners of the match, the Colony.
Thank you very much, Ultramantis Black, for your expertise on this wild trios match. What a treat for the fans. But folks, Jay Lethal is up next. But our main event, a proving ground match, Davey Richards versus the Man-Beast Rhino, still to come. We'll be right back. Tough and focused, 2 proper adjectives to describe this man. Set to face the former World Television Champion. Let's go to Bobby Cruz.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first, wrestling out of Havana, Cuba, weighing 185 pounds, Ricky Reyes.
Reyes' second appearance on Ring of Honor Wrestling Television. A tough loss to Roderick Strong. He's looking for revenge and an opportunity to get back on the winning track.
And here comes his opponent, the former World Television Champion, who not only wants a rematch against Roderick Strong, but also wants to finally end the unbeaten streak of the man who cost him the TV title, Tommaso Ciampa.
His opponent, wrestling out of Tampa, Florida, weighing 215 pounds, Jay Lethal.
We talk so much about focus. The focus of Lethal is squarely on Tommaso Ciampa. Will the focus on Ciampa allow Reyes to capitalize? Let's go to the tail of the tape, where, as you can see, Lethal with the height advantage, but Reyes the experience edge. Negligible difference in weight. Both men adhere to the Code of Honor. And this should be a hotly contested matchup here on Border Wars weekend.
Let's see if they shake hands, Kev.
Reyes is a hard-nosed fighter.
Oh!
Come on now.
Look at that. Well, you know, I think after his first outing on Ring of Honor TV, he's going to change the pace. Frustrated, perhaps, that he didn't get the Duke in the first one.
And we talked to him earlier today, and he was like, it's going to be straight ahead. It's going to be straightforward. I've got one mission in mind, and that's to win. The loss to Roderick Strong stung him. Reyes wants to come out on top. And boy, what a win. You beat Jay Lethal, the former World Television Champ. That's doing something.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, you know. I mean, if you're a fan of professional wrestling for any amount of time, you'll have heard of Ricky Reyes in the past. He's wrestled for Ring of Honor a number of years ago and a very dangerous competitor. If you look past him, you'll regret it.
Fans, Ring of Honor Wrestling live. Great events coming up, like May 19th, the Battle of Richmond. We want to say hi to GM Steve Jeanette there at WRLH. Also, Charleston, West Virginia, the Charleston Civic Center on June 15th. And on June 30th in Pittsburgh, a special ceremony to honor the legendary Pittsburgh native Bruno Sammartino. Go to ROHWrestling.com for the details. The neckbreaker, Reyes, 2 count on Lethal. You know, last week we saw Lethal here at ringside taking a page out of Tommaso Ciampa's book during the matchup the dominant male had against Matt Taven. Sat in a chair, basically motionless, but at one point in the matchup, Lethal did get up and prevented the members of Embassy Limited from hitting the ring.
Yeah, you don't have to put your hands on someone to influence a match. Here we are, Reyes in control here, trying to wrench that head off his shoulders.
Lethal back to his feet now. Buries an elbow to the midsection of Reyes, who has fought a very straightforward matchup so far. But now, the former TV champ is back on his feet, and when he's vertical, he's dangerous.
Screaming for some more.
Reyes daring him to come on. Hard forearm shot there from Ricky Reyes.
Oh, yeah.
Lethal with the leg lariat, now the knockdown clothesline.
Spinning heel kick.
Lethal switching gears. We're hopeful of bringing you highlights. Wait a minute.
There we go, handspring back elbow.
Cover. 2.
Want to draw attention to the fact when he whipped him off there, he took a step, almost encouraging him to reverse the whip so he could do the handspring back elbow. Great move.
Our team will be working furiously trying to bring fans highlights of Border Wars right here next week on the program. Ooh, inverted atomic drop. Reyes catches him coming in. Lethal is glassy-eyed, Nigel.
Oh, roll the dice.
Will this do it? The center of the ring. Oh!
That's close.
Too close for comfort if you're Jay Lethal. You can see how desperate he was to get that shoulder off the mat.
You've got to love this about Ring of Honor. Everybody has an opportunity to move up the card.
You said it so well. Wins and losses matter here in ROH. Reyes knows a win here against Lethal puts him on the front page. Lethal combination.
And there he's pointing out, calling for the top rope. Maybe a little early to go up. Oh, wait a second. Lethal injection.
Reyes has staggered and slowed. Lethal injection.
Got it!
Cover. 2. Got him.
Wow.
Hey, Ricky Reyes fought with guts and heart, brought it to the former TV champion, but when all is said and done, Jay Lethal gets the win. Let's take another look at what led Jay Lethal to victory.
Leg lariat there, clothesline, got him rocking and rolling, but here we are, roll the dice.
Boy, that looked
ever
like
so
it was
close.
it. Yeah, this was the nearest of near falls.
But he called it and hit it. Wham!
The lethal injection leads Jay Lethal to victory. Folks, earlier today, our colleague Veda Scott caught up with Davey Richards regarding his matchup with Rhino tonight.
Davey Richards, tonight you face a very large, very powerful opponent in the Man-Beast Rhino.
$70,000. It's a lot of money, man. Take me out. You strike me as an odd guy, Martini, because you go out, you pay a lot of money to hire the Man-Beast when you got someone in your own camp right now who's unbreakable. You see, everyone saw that match at Fort Lauderdale with me and Michael Elgin. That is what a champion is all about, not a hired gun. Now, Rhino, I don't need to come out here, man, put you over, talk about your credentials. Everyone's seen time and time again. But you are mistaken, my friend. You are in trouble here. You are the hunted. So you may be the Man-Beast, but I am the Predator, and I am the king of Ring of Honor. GORE? It can be hard to gore someone when I break your ankle. GORE? Run full speed at me, and I'll knock you back right into the jungle. See you, TV.
A singles showdown and a tag team tussle are set for next week's Ring of Honor telecast. We'll have your preview right here inside Ring of Honor. 6 weeks ago, die-hard Eddie Edwards faced the prodigy Mike Bennett in a March Mayhem qualifying match. Edwards lost the match and his bid for the $24,000 grand prize when he was victimized by the damsel in distress ploy of Bennett's First Lady of ROH, Maria Kanellis. Next week here on ROH TV, the two will be rematched, and Edwards says he'll be short on sympathy for Bennett's confidant this time around.
The last time I faced you, Mike Bennett, I thought I injured a lady. But no, I was victimized by your girlfriend, who should be called Target because everybody has had a shot at her. Mike, you call yourself an actor, an action superstar, but that night, Maria was the true actress. This time, next week on television, I don't care what happens to Brutal Bob. I don't care what happens to Maria. All I care about is coming out on top, much like your girlfriend.
You know, jealousy, it's a scary thing. Because it's a mix of love and hate. And Eddie Edwards, you're just jealous of the prodigy Mike Bennett and the beautiful First Lady of Ring of Honor, Maria Kanellis, who you so rudely assaulted last time we got in the ring. So you know what you said? Anything goes this time. You don't care if she gets hurt. You don't care if Brutal Bob gets hurt. Well, that's fine. I'll tell you what, though, Eddie. I'm going to finish you off really quick so you don't touch any of this. You don't hurt the best trainer in the world. And I'm going to prove to you that I am better than the best.
Also next week on television, a tag team rivalry will come to a head when the All Night Express take on the Young Bucks. These two teams have battled several times since the Bucks injured Rhett Titus at Final Battle, most notably trading victories at Showdown of the Sun. All four men expect next week to be the end of the line for the other team.
Next week. Next week is the rubber match. You see, in Fort Lauderdale, we split wins, but we got the best of them.
Hey, screw you, All Night Express, walking around like you're too cool for school because you beat us once. Well, we beat you the second night in the big street fight, and we took you to the limit. So how do you break a tiebreaker? You wrestle one more match. We're going to prove why we are the most effing amazing tag team in Ring of Honor today. We'll see you next week, dweebs.
Next week, right here on Ring of Honor, fans, set your DVRs. Get your TiVos ready because it's the ANX versus the Young Bucks, and this will be the end of it. This will be my day of retribution.
You see, somebody lied to you, Young Bucks. Somebody told y'all ANX was soft. But I guarantee you this, once people start dying and people's mamas start crying, y'all won't be singing that song. Next week on Ring of Honor Wrestling, Red gets his retribution, and we finally put an end to the Young Bucks.
That matchup, plus Edwards versus Bennett, here next week on television. A special reminder, the big Ring of Honor event in Toronto, Border Wars, is taking place this weekend in Canada's largest city. And if you haven't already made your plans to see it live as it happens, you can order the replay on demand. Just go to ROHWrestling.com for all the info. Next week, the first details of Ring of Honor's annual summer blockbuster event, Best in the World, June 24th from New York City. We'll have that and more next week inside Ring of Honor.
I'm back in the locker room with Truth Martini and the Man Beast Rhino. Tonight, your match is against Davey Richards. I want to get some of your thoughts.
Money talks. Rhino gores. And Davey Richards dies.
See, Davey Richards, you're respected as a great champion. You're respected as a great technical wrestler. I eat technical wrestlers. Tonight, you are entering a war with me. A war you can't win. A war, at the end of the day, I will be the winner. Why? Because I will rip you in half with a gore! Gore! Gore!
The words of Truth Martini and the sound of gore, gore, gore could resonate throughout the New Birds Arena if Rhino has his way. a former ECW World Champion, and widely regarded as one of the hardest-hitting men ever in professional wrestling. The Man Beast, under the power and control of Pippi Longstocking with the Book of Truth.
Wow. How would you like that man to turn up to date your daughter? And if any man in the world has the right mindset to battle the hard-charging Man Beast, it's this man right here, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Davey Richards.
So it's a Border Wars weekend. Richards making this proving ground matchup before stepping into the ring with Steen. And if Rhino is victorious, he gets a future world title shot against whomever the world champion might be. Let's go to Bobby Cruz.
Following contest is your television main event. It is a proving ground match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first to my right, he's accompanied by Truth Martini and the ROH World Television Champion, Roderick Strong. Wrestling out of Detroit, Michigan, weighing 265 pounds, he is representing the House of Truth, the Man Beast, Rhino!
Look at those eyes.
His opponent to my left, wrestling out of Othello, Washington, weighing 208 pounds, he is the Ring of Honor World Champion, American Wolf, Davey Richards.
So Davey Richards and Rhino. Rhino steps into the proving ground. And let's go to the tail of the tape, where you can see the size and experience advantage for Rhino, while Richards has more recent big match experience. But this isn't Rhino's first rodeo, and I think we can forget about the Code of Honor.
Crowd calling for it already. Gore, gore, gore. Rest assured, Davey knows it's coming. He's going to have it scouted.
And that really is the key here for Richards. Richards offers the hand for the Code of Honor, but no dice from Rhino. Certainly you know what you're going to get with Rhino. You know, when you're a pitcher and you're facing a home run hitter, you don't have to worry about him dropping down a bunt. And it's the same thing here. Richards knows what Rhino's calling card is.
Absolutely, and that's not to say that he's only got one trick up his sleeve, only one weapon in his arsenal, but you certainly know that's the dangerous thing you have to avoid.
And Rhino, of course, as I mentioned, former ECW World Champion. He knows the pressure of big money matches and how good it would feel for Truth Martini to have Rhino qualify for a world title match with a win here. And think about this, with Roderick Strong down at ringside, Nigel, the world television champion, you know, I thought the focus of the House of Truth was to steer the world title matches Roddy's way. But with Elgin and now with Rhino, it seems like maybe that could be changing.
Certainly clouded the situation. You've got to ask yourself, how does Roderick Strong feel about Michael Elgin now? Arguably before he was the guy who was always focused in the House of Truth. But now, with that match, showdown in the Sharm, maybe things are changing.
You hear the dueling chants as fans in the Dewburns Arena, supportive of both Richards and Rhino.
You can hear now Ring of Honor believes in free speech for the fans, cheering for Rhino, cheering for Davey Richards. We let them say what they want to say.
It really is all about the excitement in Ring of Honor as Richards gets drilled by a shoulder block from the Man Beast.
You can see, if you remember the first time we saw Rhino on TV here, he went full gun straight ahead. He's taking his time here. He knows how dangerous Davey is. He's waiting for his opportunity.
And you have to think about the enormous legs of Rhino and the ability of Davey Richards to maybe go after that lower half to set him up for the ankle lock.
That's a great point. That's a great point. You know, if you're, that's one of your weapons. Do you go for the ankle? I don't think I would. to be perfectly honest with you. With a guy that knows so many jiu-jitsu holds, you can go for a choke, you can go for an armbar, you can go for so many different... Oh, look at this.
Boy, there's not too many times in Rhino's career that you could say he's been twisted up in knots, but that's what happened right here. An early submission attempt. You could see the weight of those legs, Nigel.
Yeah, Davey struggling to keep that hold on. It wouldn't shock me to see Rhino just power out with those massive tree trunk legs of his.
Rhino inching his way, trying to get to the bottom rope to force the break.
There you go. He gets to the ropes, but you could see from that hold, Davey couldn't crank on it just because those legs were too big. Wow. Straight back on his feet. You noticed that?
Yeah, it certainly was. Very quick.
I don't know whether this is true or not, but I've heard $70,000 was the cost. That's what Rhino got to be in the House of Truth.
Yeah, it certainly was. $70,000 paid to the House of Truth Foundation over to Embassy Limited for the contract of Rhino, who now sizzles Richards with a series of right hands. You can see Davey, though. Quick, spring-like legs. Drop kick right to the face of the man beast, who skates out to the floor.
Watch out, Rhino. Here he comes. Oh, no.
Richards had him scouted. Rhino was out of the way, but now Davey sets him up, goes for the big boot to the chest, and you can see Rhino sweeps the leg and drives Richards face first into the apron.
And Elgin, again, conspicuous by his absence here.
Very good point, Nigel. We said that last week, or we said that recently when Roderick Strong competed a couple of weeks ago.
You think he's not out here because he's not needed, or he's not out here so that Roderick Strong doesn't feel somehow overshadowed?
Yeah, you know, and those are very, very good questions. And as Richards trying to create some distance between he and the man beast, who stalks his prey as well as anybody, but Richards fighting out from underneath.
You could argue the House of Truth has almost had too much success here recently.
Into the barricade goes Richards.
This looks dangerous. He could perhaps go for that gore on the outside.
My goodness, could you imagine that? Richards gets the boot up in just the nick of time. Referee Todd Sinclair with a lot of leeway here in this one, letting a lot go. Sometimes the referees in Ring of Honor will swallow that whistle in a big matchup, and that is the case here. One fall, 20-minute time limit, a proving ground match. If Rhino wins, he gets a future ROH World title shot. But Davey Richards now goes to the top rope. Diving headbutt across the massive chest of Rhino. Shoulders are down. Look at the quick counter.
Oh, straight in.
As soon as Rhino kicked out, Richards collapsed on the hold.
He hasn't got it all, though. He just can't lock it in tight. Punches his way out of it.
That's one way to escape. Richards couldn't keep Rhino down. Rhino got back vertical. But now Davey pounding away on Rhino. Reversal the Irish whip. Rhino charges in. Greeted with a boot. Oh, what a spine buster. Cover. Two, is this it? No.
Just two, and I want to draw attention to the fact after that spine buster, Richards tried to turn to his stomach. It just took an extra second for Rhino to get on and get the pin.
We have got to take one more commercial break. This proving ground match continues in 2 minutes. Stay with us. We're back on Ring of Honor Wrestling. This proving ground match, Davey Richards and the Man Beast Rhino continues. And throughout the break, the focus, the onslaught of the Man Beast has been on the midsection of Davey Richards. The world champ is in trouble here in this proving ground match, Nigel.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask you this, Kevin. Now, let's say Rhino wins this match, gets a future world title shot. How's Elgin going to feel about that?
How's Roderick Strong going to feel about that? It's almost an embarrassment of riches for Truth Martini. The point you made before is an accurate one. And it's almost now as if Rhino, I think he believes he's got this match just about won. You can see the confidence in an athlete when he knows that victory is at hand.
Absolutely. He's taking his time. He's measuring him nicely. He's looking for that opportunity for the gore. He knows if he goes for it now, no way Richards is going to stay there. Richards is going to get out of the way. He's got to wear him down more.
Next week on Ring of Honor Wrestling, we've got a double main event. the All Night Express and the Young Bucks in tag team action, an elimination match, plus the rematch between Eddie Edwards and the prodigy Mike Bennett with Maria at ringside. That's next week here, plus we'll be efforting footage. Hopefully we can get some highlights of Border Wars in our program next week. As Rhino now looks to end things and win this Proving Ground match. But Davey Richards back on his feet, throws some right hands, but Rhino up boot to the midsection. Out of the way goes Richards, and Rhino tumbles to the floor.
Words of wisdom from Truth. Be careful, Davey. There you go.
Pain coursing through his body. You can see his ribs and his midsection are killing him. But he delivers the boot and knocks Rhino down. Oh, what a dive! Ooh, Richards caught that barricade as well.
Ever so dangerous. That's why I never did that during my career, or very rarely, because, you know, you can hurt yourself just as much as your opponent.
You did a lot of other dangerous things, though, my friend.
I won't tell you that way. Yeah.
So Davey Richards now has at least gotten some of the momentum back on his side.
Here we go, firing himself up. Maybe looking for that missile drop kick off the top rope. Hits it high to the face.
Scores 1, 2, and no. He scored with that drop kick big time.
I mean, Rhino is so thick that sometimes you don't realize how tall he is. This man's 6'1", 6'2".
Right, and as densely built an athlete as we have ever seen in professional wrestling. Davey Richards now charges in, but Rhino gets the elbow up and knocks the champion backwards. Wait a minute now.
Trying for the exploder suplex. You're not going to move a mind that size. Oh, look at that. Whoa, right back in the face. Big forearm. Punch right to the forehead there. This is breaking down. You did not want to exchange blows with a guy the size of Rhino.
Repeated series of forearms there from Davey Richards. Rhino's on Dream Street.
Oh, he got it! Exploder suplex!
Leg hook. Oh, half a count away.
I have to eat my words, Kevin. I didn't think he'd get the big man over. What strength and technique.
This crowd is electrified. They've cheered for both. They booed both. They love to express themselves here in Ring of Honor. Richards looking to close the deal now. Wait a minute. Belly-to-belly suplex. And we know that's the prelude to the Gore, but first a cover. Wow!
Just a 2 count. You called it there, Kevin. Richards in the corner. He's not going to go for it, though. Feels like he needs to wear him down a little bit more.
Davey Richards, you can see his rib cage is killing him. Rhino's softened up that area in hopes of finishing him off with the Gore. Richards won't stay down, but perhaps now Rhino will look to powerbomb Davey Richards to victory here in the Proving Ground. Rhino hard to the buckle. Richards follows in. Forearm smash. Up on the shoulders. Down goes Richards, but wait a minute. Enziguri. Rhino to a knee. Big clothesline. Rhino exploded right there. Cover. 2.
Just the 2. Maybe now we're going to see him go for the Gore. Listen to the crowd here in the DeBurns Arena. Split about 50-50. What's this?
Shades of Roderick Strong. The Boston Crab.
Deeper when you got a guy of that size with that musculature. Oh, look at that. That's the way out of it.
The only escape for Richards is that way. And look, going for the ankle lock, Nigel.
He's got it. Yes, he's got it in. I don't know if that's deep enough.
Davey pulls Rhino with all his might. Wrenching on the ankle. Will Rhino submit?
Rolled over. Yep, kicking him off.
Rhino's able to extricate himself. But look at how tenacious Richards is. Right back to the ankle lock.
Right back into it. He needs to sit down. Hook in with his legs. Get in. Don't let him move. We can't see Rhino's face from our vantage point. There it is, screaming out in pain.
Will he tap? Will Rhino tap?
Pulling him back in. He has to tap.
Rhino could tap to the ankle lock. Sinclair's right there. Will the Man Beast tap?
If he doesn't tap now, permanent damage can be done. Tweaking on that ankle. He's trying to roll. That's the wrong direction. But just the strength of the legs. Here we go. No.
Oh, wait a minute. Richards went in low. Back to the leg. Rhino just knocked him silly with a knee right to the side of the head.
A Takayama knee, and now they're calling for it. Richards in trouble. No.
Sunset flip. 2. Got him.
American Wolf, Davey Richards.
Rhino unsuccessful in the proving ground. Davey Richards pins Rhino here on Ring of Honor Wrestling.
Oh, wait a second.
Hold it.
Roderick Strong in.
A cowardly attack from behind from the World Television Champion. Truth Martini. Even he's getting in there.
Referees down to ringside. I don't like their chances of breaking this up.
Wait a minute, look out, here comes Jay Lethal. Lethal in, he's got a hold of Roderick Strong. Uh-oh. Lethal face to face with the Man Beast. Right hand by Lethal. Rhino reverses things, hold it. Backhand spring elbow, there goes the Man Beast out to the floor. Jay Lethal comes to Davey Richards' aid.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Calm down, Davey. He's come to help you.
Richards now realizes that he's got Jay Lethal on his side. Jay Lethal and Davey Richards stand united against the House of Truth. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, a double main event. The All Night Express against the Young Bucks. Eddie Edwards against the Prodigy Mike Bennett. We'll see you then.